Greetings, adventurers. Corn Fletcher here, or Sir Corn as I'm known to my friends. No one calls me that. Today I'd like to talk about some mini ninja throwers I purchased recently from BudK, and I was interested to see if I could throw these easily and didn't want to spend a whole heck of a lot of money, so I ended up buying, well, ninja throwing spikes. We'll get to some throwing a little later. Lately I'd been throwing Cold Steel's Sureflight Pro throwing knives, bow shuriken style primarily, but also no spin style. I bought some of these. They're cute, they're tiny, they don't look like much, and they aren't. But imagine getting one of these shot into your eye at close range as you're trying to attack someone and you didn't even know they had a weapon. My throwing knives are 12 inches long and kind of hard to conceal, and that's what I was looking for, something that would be concealable, and indeed they are pretty concealable under normal clothing. They do have a problem with the plastic, that the backing, the actual sheath that they're put into, the backing is not stiff, so it pulls a bit instead of laying flat, making quick draw more difficult. Now for ranged weapons, got the bow, long range, got shuriken, medium range, and throwing knives as well. But imagine someone is coming at you with a sword and you want to distract them before they get to you. Huck one of these babies into their face, into their eye, into their cheekbone, into their throat, wherever is exposed, and you just may get a second in which to act. Not that I'm encouraging violence, we're just talking about culture here. In addition to the throwing spikes, I got a set of these little mini kunai. I actually got a set of 12, and they were like $18, and they came with a cool carrying pouch, which we'll get to in just a moment. Real kunai are much larger, have curved blades for digging. The hole is for attaching a rope and use it as a grappling hook or a thrown weapon, or lash it onto a staff and then you have a spear. Whatever. It was sort of multi-tool. But I got these because they're cute, they're about the right size, and I imagined, throw them as a throwing spike, but they have a wider cut that would cause more bleeding. But what I found is they're, since these are so light, get the most power out of them at close range with half spin, hucking them thusly by the blade, generate a lot of power, and they are remarkably accurate. And since they were so inexpensive, under $2 each, I kept half for practice, kept half to stay nice, and they did come with string wrapping the handles and this red cord, which ostensibly is supposed to create drag and level out the flight. They are going to come off, so you may as well get some, just take them off. They work just as well and won't have frayed cords going everywhere and you have to take them apart. One small disadvantage is that not made out of hardened steel, so tips bend easily. But a plus, since they're not made out of hardened steel, you can repair them easily with a pair of pliers. With them, I also ordered another pair of Honshu large shuriken, which was handy because a few minutes after I'd done that, I broke the others that I had. And as I mentioned, the mini kunai came with a handy carrying pouch, and each of the shuriken came with its own pouch, and I turned it into this handy thrower, belt pouch combo. Got throwing spikes that I made, and come back to those in a moment. But got a couple of Honshu stars in here, and my other throwers without the red tassels, but still with the cords wrapped around. I actually got 2 of these, obviously. I mean, you know, and they come with black matte finish, which is handy because you don't want to have them glint in moonlight or street light or anything. However, since these aren't made with hardened steel either, points do get bent if you accidentally hit them into hard surfaces, say like rocks or cement. And you can see where I've had to file down into get them straight after getting points and pliers, getting and whatnot. But with just a minute, a little touch up of the file, they're still fine. There is one product I ordered recently that I'm not quite so happy with. This little number looks fine to just check it out, and there's 2 problems I have with it. One is I feel sort of like I was tricked into getting it engraved, and they ended up charging me $5 for it at checkout. But that's not the real problem. I sort of actually expected that. The problem is that not only did it come loose, but it wasn't really affixed on there at all. It has sort of this screw-on bit and threads inside. Now, ostensibly, it is supposed to screw together securely, but as you can see, it does not. Well, on my first throw, I did happen to stick a bullseye, so that was nice. It was worth the money. But after 2 more throws and 2 more sticks, it just came off. So I think what I'm going to do is drill a hole through the top, screw it on. The edge does come pretty much flat and would need to be touched up to make it sharper if you want to get into wood or anything. Now, having thrown bow shuriken, these little ones, and they were so fun, it actually inspired me to want to make larger, more devastating ones that could be thrown at longer range with more impact and penetration. So I went down to the hardware store and I bought myself a handful of bolts because the ninja throwing spikes I've seen on the market did not look actually all that great. Got hardened steel and a hacksaw, cut off the ends, so we have left over that bit and this bit, leaving 3/4 of an inch for a point, and shape this end flat, make it slightly rounded, put a tapered needle point on these, and after about 45-50 minutes, end up with a product like this. These are slightly less concealable and they don't have the black matte finish, but I promise these will do the trick. Welcome to my backyard on this lovely gloomy day. Just threw this target together and we're going to see how well these things actually work in practice. And I don't know if you can tell, but I am wearing these under here. And they're pretty easy to pull out, just as long as you have somewhat loose sleeves. Let's see how these are. These are small enough you can throw 3 at a time. Mini kunai. There is the problem I wanted to mention, that they are so light that if they bounce back, they will fly up to you and past you. They do have this pointy end on them, and you don't want to get them in your own eye. So I might actually recommend wearing safety goggles. The real strength of these is the half spin from short range. The initial problem is finding that range, but if you don't do it at first, just scooch backward or forward an inch or so until you find it, and remember what it is. Then once you do that, sticking shots is relatively easy. Bullseye. Let's see how these little throwers I made work. A bullseye with that one, and then knocked it out with a second bullseye. We throw them 2 at a time. What's important is you're able to react and do it in different situations.